Okay, so okay, so these are different personas we have on BTP, and we provide trainings on all of these. Okay, and this is intended to different consultant in different domains like BTP admin basics, BTP developers, SAP security consultant can opt for these. SAP functional consultants can opt for these, and SAP integration consultant can opt for these. Okay, so these are different personas we have, and we offer training on all of them just for your information. So let's move to our agenda, what we have planned for today. So this is day one, where we are focusing on BTP basics and administration. Let's have a look quickly on the agenda, what we have, what are the topics we are going to cover in this. First topic would be SAP BTP cloud deployment model. SAP BTP is on cloud. So definitely we have some cloud deployment model and how BTP fits in those cloud deployment model. Okay, we'll try understanding how SAP planned and what was the strategy SAP followed and how it changed. All those points we are going to discuss. And now, you know, second point, understanding BTP account model. We have very important component on BTP global account, sub account. We'll understand what those are. Then different BTP solution offerings. We'll also do some hands-on here where we'll try creating a sub account, and we'll try to explore what all different options we have at a sub account level, what we can do in that. And also we'll see different services, what SAP offers you and how you can use those services. So we'll try understanding the service entitlement, what we have got from SAP, and how we can assign those services for us for further use in any sub account. Okay, then we'll try subscribing a service. We'll try to have a look how a service can be subscribed and how to access that service. Okay, and then we'll also have a assignment planned for you guys. So I'll give you one assignment which you have to complete, and that will help you to understand whatever hands-on you did today. And then we'll also have an assessment which will have 10 MCQs, 10 questions, and which I'll give it to you. You guys can test your knowledge. Okay, so let's get started with our topic. So guys, BTP is a cloud computing, and is a cloud computing type of technology. So first we would like to understand what is a cloud computing. Okay, so if I just talk about these two words, cloud and computing, what is a computing? Computing is a set of program is getting executed, or any set of calculation is happening. Not I will not say program, I will say any calculation. Maybe you're adding something, subtracting something, whatever calculation happens, that is compute. Okay, and if you are accessing those computation using internet, that is called cloud computing. If I try to relate more into our IT infrastructure, okay, you have network, you have storage, you have virtual machines, you have laptop, desktop, server. Each and every component is actually executing some statement in backend. Even a router or switch, they are very small component, network component, but actually what they do, there's some program run in that. There is some assembly language or C type C program, or very basic programming, that run. So every single thing, whatever happens in IT, it happens with some computation. Okay, so there are different resources what IT would offer you, that is servers, networking, storage, virtual machines. If you are accessing those resources using internet through your browser, you're not having those resources physically with you, but those resources are available somewhere else. But those resources are available for you to be able to access using a browser or using a command line interface. That is called cloud computing. Okay, so next one is any questions on this? Anyone have any issue understanding any IT resource? If you are able to access using a browser or CLI, that is called cloud computing. Okay, this model is called cloud computing. Okay, any questions? Anyone have any questions on this? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Let's understand the cloud deployment model we have. I know whenever you go for any cloud computing session, you will definitely get this slide. But right now, I am going to help you understand this so that we can correlate how BTP fits in this. and what are other services SAP offers that fits in this. Okay, so let's take an example here, guys. Let's say you are running a company. What you do, you offer software development services to a lot of your clients or customers. Okay, they may ask you to develop some mobile application, they may ask you to develop some web application or some desktop application. So what is the first thing you will go and do? Okay, you will definitely set up your infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure. What infrastructure? You'll go ahead and procure some network devices, routers, switches, wires. You'll go and buy some computers. You'll go buy some storage devices. You will also buy a computer with better RAM or hard drive, which you'll call as a server, right? All those things, and you'll also hire a network or admin guy, system administrator, who will design your network, who will configure your base, complete infrastructure, right? He'll be deploying the server, all the things he will himself will do it. So it is you who is taking care of networking, storage, servers. Okay, and on top of that he will be installing. So this, you'll be having a server, and because server will definitely have to have operating system on top of it, on top of that you'll be developing and deploying those applications whatever you'll develop. Okay, so you will also get some lot of laptops which you will distribute to your employees. Your employees will be installing a lot of development related tools on the laptop. They'll be doing coding, and then after they do coding, they will deploy those codes into server, and then in server also you'll have to install a lot of DevOps related tools, which is building the code, testing the code, deploying the code. So who is managing everything? It's you are the one who is managing thing, right? So you will install OS. On top of that you will install all tools, DevOps tool, you will install all development tool, right? You are the one who is developing and deploying it. Now after that you'll be writing code maybe in Python or PHP or Java or Node.js, any language, right? And those languages need a runtime to run. Okay, so you'll also install a runtime. Normally in our college days we were installing JRE, Java runtime environment, to run Java code. We install Python to run Python code. Similarly, you have to install runtime as well in your server, so that whatever application you are developing in different languages, that should be run on the server. And once this complete application get built, you will deploy it and you will give to your client, and they will start using it. And once they will start using it, they will generate data. Okay, and that's how this complete on-premise thing works, where you are the one who is taking care of end to end. So you are managing the application. Tomorrow you need to upgrade that application, you will be doing the upgradation. Data whatever is generating, you are the one who will be managing. Runtime, you are installing OS, you are installing middlewares, you are installing everything, you are taking care of this in this on-premise segment. Later, there were some cloud service providers like Azure, GCP, and AWS. They got an idea in their mind. Hey, let's do one thing. Why these guys are taking a headache of managing all these things? Let's offer them infrastructure on a browser-based infrastructure. So what they did, they created different data center across the globe. There they created data centers in which they configured complete networking, storage, server, and they used virtualization technology. Using this virtualization technology, you can access these underlying infrastructure using cloud, using internet. So what happened now? You don't need to set up network. You don't need to set up storage. You don't need to set up server. Nothing you have to do. You just go and log in into AWS or Azure or GCP console, and directly go ahead and click and launch a virtual machine. Virtual machine is nothing but like a laptop. You can save in server, right? In laptop you have Windows installed, right? So there what they gave you option. You can go and click and say, hey, I need a virtual machine of 16 GB or 4 GB or 8 GB RAM. I need 5 TB hard drive. I need this much. Every configuration, it's your choice which OS you want. Maybe you want Linux OS virtual machine. You can go ahead and subscribe for that. And one IP address and one user ID password will be shared to you, and you just go and log in into that. You will get a proper server created for you, and then on top of that you install your all development tool, all DevOps tool. On top of that you install your runtime, you deploy those applications whatever developing using development tools, and then it will get deployed, it will generate data. And so who is managing this part? Choosing from OS, you have, even you are not managing this OS. Actually, OS, they are giving flexibility for you to choose which OS you want in your virtual machine, in your server. Okay, so that's why it is written in white. You have flexibility to choose which OS you want to choose for your virtual machine, and then it's your job to install all middleware, install all development tool, all DevOps tool, and then all runtime, and then develop, then deploy, then manage the data also. So here they were taking care of infrastructure and you were taking care of rest of the things. That's why they say I am providing infrastructure as a service. Okay, any question here, anyone? Okay, I will take that as a no. Guys, initial 45 minutes approx is going to be a bit theoretical. Then around 45 minutes we'll do some hands-on as well. Okay, so just be prepared of that because these concepts need to be clear. Otherwise, you'll not able to correlate things. Okay, then what is a platform as a service? Okay, later what they thought of, why even I am giving them options to have a OS and install these different tools. I myself can give these at why they are installing OS. They are installing OS so that on top of that they can install a development tool, DevOps tool. So why we cannot do? We can build a platform, and in that platform we'll develop different tools like development ID, like Visual Studio you have, Eclipse you have, NetBeans you have, where developers write code. They say I will develop a service, I will develop application, I will deploy that application on my this platform, and they just go and use it. Why even they need to install it? Even I will give testing tool, DevOps tool, everything whatever they need. I will create a service for that. So what I will do, I will create a platform. On that platform I will develop a lot of services what they are doing. Even whatever they are installing, everything I will develop and give it to them, and their job is just to come and subscribe those service and start using that service. So in platform as a service, if you wanted to do coding, you need maybe Eclipse. In this they have given service as Eclipse or service as Visual Studio Code. You go and click, it will get launched in your browser, you start doing coding there. So here you don't need to install anything, but yes, still the tools what you will use, you will definitely write different codes, and those codes you will deploy in again in your server, which even they are managing. But those code, when they will deploy, the application will get generated. You will be managing the application, and the data again will whatever generated, you will be the managing. But why runtime is here white? Runtime also they have given you, but they have flexibility to choose runtime. If you wanted to run Java code, you can run Java code, you choose Java runtime. If you want to run Python code, you run Python code, and you have flexible, like you have OS here, flexibility to choose OS. Similarly, here they have provided all the runtimes available here, but yes, it is your choice which runtime you want. Java, Python, Ruby, all options they have given. So that's why they have made it in white. So these three things, you are the one who will be managing and deciding. Last, what they did on this platform only, they said, I will develop some software as a service for which some standard solutions. Okay, let's say every organization need at least Excel sheet, right? So like what Google did, Google came, they developed these services, Excel, they developed Excel, Doc, Slides. You don't need to install, these are nothing but a software as a service. They develop end-to-end solution on a cloud. You just click and start developing the slide. And for every single thing, you know SAP Analytics Cloud. SAP Analytics Cloud is what? SAP Analytics Cloud is a software as service. So now let's focus on SAP now. What SAP, how SAP came in picture. So SAP okay, so I will take example. SAP was previously even completely on premise. Okay, when they saw AWS, Azure, GCP are doing this, they thought of why I cannot develop the cloud version of my solutions. So what they did, they went ahead and created a lot of different data centers across the globe in different region. On top of that, they developed a cloud platform which they called NetWeaver Cloud in 2012. Okay, on top of that platform, they started developing corresponding solutions which you were having in on-premise, and they developed corresponding solutions in cloud. For example, you had SAP BO, they developed SAP Analytics Cloud. You have SAP BW4 HANA, they developed DataSphere. You have SAP MEMII, they developed Digital Manufacturing Cloud. You have PAPM on-premise, they developed PAPM Cloud. Similarly, slowly, you have GRC, they developed IAG on cloud. So what they did, they created their own infrastructure, they developed a platform on top of it. On that platform, they started developing software as a service, which is SAC, IAG, DMC, Digital Manufacturing Cloud, PAPM Cloud, all those names what I took. They never exposed this platform. They were managing this platform, but they were developing these solutions on top of that, using all the services they had on that platform. And whenever you try to subscribe any cloud service, they themselves will deploy it and they will give you a link and you use it. Okay, you are not aware of that SAC actually have been developed on a platform 7 8 years back. But later they thought, why I am only developing these solutions? If I open this platform to all my past partners and customers, they themselves can utilize this platform and develop new solutions on top of it, apart from whatever standard solutions I'm offering. And one more idea they got, once the partners and customers will develop different solutions, if that solution is quite standard and very nice and it solves any business problem, maybe there are other partners and customers who want to use them, then what I can do, I can ask the developer company to make it available or make it public in SAP store. SAP will also get some money out of it, because SAP is allowing that software custom solution which is developed by any partner customer to all other partner customers. Okay, so that's why in 2018-19 they planned and they changed the name to Business Technology Platform, where they opened this platform to all partners and customer. They said you anyway can use all these solutions which I already have developed. Also, you can develop new solutions like I have been developing from very long time, software as a services. Okay, so this is what the strategy SAP got. And one more thing, guys, they thought, why I am the one managing this infrastructure? SAP said, I am very good at developing very good solutions. Let's do one thing. Let's rent infrastructure from AWS, Azure, and GCP. And so what they did, for BTP, when they launched BTP, what they did, they rented the infrastructure from AWS, Azure, GCP. On top of that, they built their BTP platform and they made it public to all partners and customers. That's why you see in BTP, you have option to choose, do you want to deploy the services on AWS or GCP or Azure? Okay, see, they removed the big headache. What they had was managing the data centers. They removed that headache and they are deprecating that complete data centers what they have and the environment what they had prepared. So now they are renting out the infrastructure from AWS, Azure, GCP and developed this platform, and they're offering it to across the globe to all partners and customers. Guys, this was really important for me to make you understand. So BTP is a platform as a service. All cloud solutions what SAP offers, S4 HANA Cloud, Business Application Studio, Build Process Automation, Integration Suite, Digital Manufacturing Cloud, SAP Analytics Cloud, all those are software as a service. There you don't need to manage anything. Everything they manage. Even the data, whatever you pull in SAC, it is with them. You don't manage anything there. Okay, so this was about the cloud computing. So now you are very clear. Now BTP fits here, and all solutions, standard solutions, cloud solutions what BTP offers, so SAP offers, it is available here. Okay, can I go ahead? You can give thumbs up at least. It will at least let me know that you're understanding. Okay, so now let's understand the BTP platform. But yes, I would like to give you quick, understanding how BTP evolved. So I mentioned right in 2012 they had this as a NetWeaver cloud, and this time the platform was not exposed to partners and customers. Okay, later they renamed to HANA Cloud Platform. Again, they changed SAP Cloud Platform. And later in 2021, they changed to Business Technology Platform and they opened their platform to all partners and customers this time. Okay. What is the capability of BTP? SAP BTP platform, BTP is a platform as a service. What it offers? It let you develop new application using many services available on BTP. Also, it offers you many software as service pre-delivered end-to-end business applications or solutions developed by SAP to be subscribed by partners and customer for different business use case. I'm talking about this is nothing but SAC, all those S4 HANA Cloud, IAG, identity and access, IAS, IPS, build process automation, integration. Should these are the solutions they built, and you can subscribe it and use this, but also you can develop your own custom solutions. What is BTP capability? BTP offers you database and data management related services in which it offers you PostgreSQL, HANA DB, application development tools. You can subscribe ID where you can write code, you can subscribe environments where you can deploy the applications, you can subscribe mini DevOps tool to automate your deployment lifecycle, development lifecycle. Those are services is available. DevOps anyway I have mentioned separately, where they offers DevOps services which you can connect with your application development lifecycle. As soon as developers are writing new codes and they are committing, automatically the changes will reflect in the application which is maybe deployed in production environment also. Okay, integration, they also offering a lot of integration tool. So let me go there. And in SAP Discovery Center, guys, SAP Discovery Center is a placeholder which helps you to understand, view what all the services of SAP offers as part of BTP. So these are a lot of services which SAP offers as a part of BTP. And if you see here, if I it segregate on the basis of solutions, AI related solutions. So there are a lot of services which help you to create some boards, create some chat application, automatic chat, automatic board. It also helps you to do a lot of these services will help you to do a lot of job using AI. Okay, I will take example, then I will help you everything in one example. I will correlate with all of these. Okay, application and development and automation services it offers, data and analytics services it offers, extended planning analytics services offers, foundation and cross services it offers, and integration. These are solution basis, but these are capability: database, developer, DevOps, mobile. These are, so here you can come and see what all services you have. You can go inside a service, you can learn about this, what that service does, what is the pricing, what is different scenarios where that service can be utilized. These are different missions SAP have given to you, and some customer story who already have used these services. They have written what they have done with this service, what they achieved, and what business case they resolved. These services they used. Okay, so this is placeholder where you can get to know about all the services. Okay, so let me take one example, guys, and it will help you to understand how you are going to use these services. Let's say you're owning a company. Okay, and in that company you have lot of employees. Okay, and you don't have any application which manages the leave. What employees are, maybe they can request leave, managers can approve the leave, all those. So you want to develop an application on BTP which resolves you employee leave problem. They don't have any application, you don't have any standard solution. So what you can do, you can go ahead and develop a custom application on BTP where your people will be able to apply the leave, managers will be able to approve the leave. And there could be the case, if leave is for 5 days, then your maybe manager can approve the leave. If leave is for 10 days, then maybe senior manager have to approve the leave. That type of implementation you want to do. Okay, definitely that is leave application, then definitely it needs all employee data. Maybe it should be connected to success factors, right? While you will develop the application, you will write a lot of code, you will deploy those code, you will test that code. So you need application development related services. So your developers will use application development related tools and technologies available on BTP to write code, develop code, deploy code. Okay, now anyway, because they will be developing the application, so they need a backend database also where all the data will be stored. So they need database and data management services also, so it is available on BTP. Because they will deploy, so you want automatic deployment to happen, you will use DevOps. Now you want all the data, all user data, all employee data fetched from success factor to that application, so you need integration with success factor. Okay, maybe you want to develop a mobile app which employees should be able to use and apply the leaves on the using mobile app. You can use create a mobile application also. Process automation, you want to automate something there. Okay, maybe if a person is there, he want to apply leave, he can just submit 3 4 detail, automatically the leave application will get submitted, it will send to the manager for approval. All those automation also you can implement. Runtime containers, because you'll be developing application in Java, Python, or different languages, you need runtime to run that application. You definitely want to have some security feature implemented for that application. Anyone cannot log in into that application, right? So you will define some authentication, authorization, roles, and all you will create. So you need security also. Now user experience, because that definitely is an application, it should have very good proper UI, which it should be very good for employee to be able to use, right? So you will definitely need some services along that. If you want to develop that kind of solution, SAP will help you. SAP have everything available. Maybe you want to have some customer support in that. Maybe employees facing some issues, you can create some bots using AI services on BTP.
Uh,
Okay.
Ankit, Rajesh
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Ankit, the sections which you are explaining, just out of curiosity, I just wanted to know is like all these things, the database management, application development, the DevOps integration, process automation, and all these security, especially
Mm-hmm.
security. All these things will be done by one person in the BTP stream, or will there be
No.
separate people with some specializations into this one?
Correct. Each person have its own. That's why today we have admin. So what administrator will do, I will explain. Next session we have
Okay.
security. What security person will do, I will explain. Next session again
Mhm.
I have for development. I will explain what all the things developer will do. So guys, it's all collaborative work. You know what SAP. So that's why we have administration, security, integration. So integration consultant will do the integration between this application and success factors. Developer
The
will not
CPI
do.
person.
CPI person will do that, and SAP have provided a proper service for that integration should service on BTP, which he will use and will do the integration. Developers have a lot of services to use. So that's why here, if you come to Discovery Center, so security, now identity authentication. So you will subscribe a service identity authentication, which you will connect with your application. So the person who will be trying to log in into that leave application, they will get authenticated using this. You want to provision some user data from that one system to this system, you can use identity provisioning. You can you want to store some keys, you have to use. You want to scan some document, maybe if he's taking for 5 days leave and he need to submit a doctor appointment and prescription, then there will be a service for document screening you can use with your application, which will check whether document have any security breaches or any issue. So
Okay.
you have everything whatever you can imagine of in BTP.
Okay. Now, on the part of the cost, if I say like now, let's say there is a probability of some solution which is not compatible in success factors. I come from a success factors background. Okay.
I can, okay, so I will definitely take your question. I will be there for half an hour at the end.
Oh, sorry.
Whoever have
Okay.
any
Okay.
questions, we can have it. Let's go ahead and, complete this at least. Okay. So we have limited
All right.
time
All
and a
right.
lot of topics. I will definitely be
All
half
right.
an hour again for after the timing. And anyone have any questions, I will definitely be able to take it. Okay. So guys, yeah. So I hope it gives you idea, right? What you can do with BTP, anything, whatever you can imagine of in IT, IT world. of application development, deployment, adding workflows, adding automation, adding AI, adding IoT, anything what your application want to do, you can use BTP and create that custom solution for you. Okay, so that's what the beauty of BTP is. Okay, so this I will come
Hi, Ankit.
later. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just one good. Just to for my understanding, how this BTP is related to SAC or BPC, like how we can
I will tell you. Okay.
compare.
So,
Yeah.
okay. Yes. So I can take example of this leave application also. Let's say you developed a leave application for all your employees. Okay. Now you
Okay.
can connect that application with your SAP Analytics Cloud. Okay. SAP Analytics Cloud will fetch all the data, who all the people applied leave, how many days they applied leave, how much, maybe some people took half day leave. So you can get all the data from leave application. You can create a dashboard and can show to your leadership, right? Or your HR leadership, hey, these many people have taken leave from this location, these many people have taken leave from this location, and how many people got sick maybe throughout the quarter. So all those analytics you can do, right, on SAC using this.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's how SAC is also related.
Okay. No,
So
in
any app.
this, okay, yeah, this one you're telling in SSC we can do all this dashboard. What BTP will do? Like what work will BTP do?
Yeah, BTP. On top of BTP, you can develop application, right? You can subscribe application, a development tool, and you can write code. And that, so normally what you do in on-premise, your SAP develops those S4 HANA solutions. They write code, they create that application, then give you the software. You have to install it, right? But here you
Yes, yes.
yourself developing the solution end to end. SAP is not developing your custom solutions. You yourself can develop new solutions. Even SAP also have developed a lot of solutions like SAC PAPM Cloud, Digital Manufacturing Cloud, which they have given on this platform to use. So you can launch databases here. You can launch integration services, which like PIPO you have in SAP in on-premise, right? So PIPO, whatever PIPO does, same integration should does in on BTP.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Ankit.
Ankit,
Okay.
one small query, one small information. So when we develop a solution, so for that solution, there should be service available in the BTP, right?
Yes, we have. That's what any solution. Okay, so let's say you have you are developing a solution. I took example for a leave application. In that leave application, you want to introduce some workflows where I said if leave is for applied for 5 days, manager should be able to approve. If leave is applied for 10 days, then senior manager should be able to approve. Then their workflow you have to implement, and that workflow service SAP provides. So you don't, SAP have provided lot of services. Even you will not have to start your development from scratch. Lot of standard services they have provided which you can bind in your applications, and then definitely, but those are standard. At some level it will support you, but further, let's say you want to make it more complex workflow, then your developer should have that level of understanding to develop workflow, and they can make it more complex. So
But service
security
should be there,
services.
right? To enable solution. For the
Yes.
solutions,
Yes.
some service should be there in the BTP. Otherwise,
Yeah,
the
so
solution
service.
cannot be implemented.
Yes, these solutions are already there. See, lot of solutions there available. So you want to implement security, right? You implement identity authentication you want to do. You want to give authentication service to your application. You subscribe for this service and you bind this service with your application, and then you can authenticate all the users log into your application using this. You'll not have to create a authentication mechanism in your application. Okay, because people will be logging in your application, so you also can develop authentication mechanism from scratch in your application. But SAP says, why you want to develop it? I have given a service for that. You just subscribe this service, build, bind trust, create a trust between this service and your application, and user should be able to authenticate from here. Why you're
But without service, we cannot. Without service, we cannot implement any solution. For example, I have a need.
no.
One need in a
No, you can do that.
organization.
If you no, you can do that
Oh,
if you want to do everything scratch. Authorization mechanism you want to code by coding, because this service SAP have developed. SAP must have written some code for this service, right? That code you can write. You can build your completely end to end. You don't use any service. whatever functionality related services. Anyway, for developing solutions, you will subscribe for some ID where you will write the code. Definitely you have to subscribe some service which is not offering features but offering, giving you platform to develop code, write code, deploy code. Those service 100% you have to use it. But if you want to develop your own functionality from scratch, then you don't use any service here. You write everything scratch of hard code, every single thing.
Okay, so that is also possible. Okay,
That
then.
is also
Thank you.
possible. Yes. Okay. So what type of services available? I talked about services, different technology type of services. But here I am talking about what type. Okay, full-fledged application. It has a proper UI. So sir, I'm bifurcating the services on the basis of usage, plans and uses. There are some services which are full-fledged services which have proper UI. When you subscribe, you get a proper UI and you start using that. Like Business Application Studio, their developers write code. Build process automation consultant will create process automation using this app. Build app, you want to build app but you don't know coding, you are citizen developer, you can use this service and you can quickly create a mobile application, just drag drop. SAP Analytics Cloud. You just subscribe it and import all the data. You start creating charts, graph, dashboards, stories, lot of things. Data Sphere. This is ETL tool. You connect lot of data sources and you pull all the data. Just whatever ETL jobs you do, you can do here. Integration Shoot. This again, if you subscribe, you'll get proper UI from where you can create integration designs, different systems, how data is flowing from one system. Those designs you can create. You can manage APIs. All these things, these are the services which have proper UI and you can subscribe and use it. There are some supporting services. This is supporting services are nothing but if you want to implement authorization capability in your application, use this service. You want one application which is doing some alerts on something happening. So you, if you want to have that level of feature in your application, so your leave application, let's say whenever employees submit a leave, automatically alert should go to their manager that leave is submitted. Then you use alert notification service in your application. Now you want to design workflow where if a person is submitting leave for 5 days, it should go to manager. If he's submitting for 10 days, it's go to senior manager. So that type of functionality you can achieve in your application using this service. So these services will not have any UI, but these are a supporting services. Always you will have to use it in your custom development or you have to use them with any already prepared pre-delivered solution. So these can be used either by these in maybe different scenarios or they are used during the development. So developers will subscribe for these services and they will bind with their development life cycle to implement different features. And these are supporting services. They doesn't have any UI with it. Okay, environments are nothing but you want to deploy Java code, you need Java environment. You want to deploy Python, you need Python environment. So here they have offered three environment: Cloud Foundry environment, Kaima environment, ABAP environment. So if you are writing code in ABAP, so I'll take a figure, maybe then it will be very nice. Okay, see, so these are the environments available on BTP. Okay, ABAP environment, Kaima environment, Cloud Foundry. Cloud Foundry environment is nothing but it's like a runtime. When you write your code should get executed somewhere. So in Cloud Foundry, what they have done, they have kept runtime for Java also, Python also, PHP also, Node, Angular, Ruby, .NET, all the runtimes they have clubbed in Cloud Foundry. If you are deploying a Java code in your development file, manifest file, you have to write Java. As soon as you'll try deploying, it will check manifest line and manifest file and it will start executing in Java runtime. It will call Java if you're writing code in Python. So these programming languages you can code and then you can deploy in Cloud Foundry and Kaima. For ABAP environment, you can only use ABAP code. And Neo environment, this is Java, HTML, HANA codes can only be executed in Neo. Guys, Neo is based on SAP infrastructure. When SAP started, they created data centers across the globe, their own data centers, and there they created a new environment which is nothing but a runtime in which you can execute these type of code. Okay, but later when they onboarded AWS, Azure, GCP as their infrastructure provider, then they implemented these three runtimes, okay, in which you can code and deploy the language. So I was talking about this service. You have in services also for environments, so you can subscribe them and you can deploy your application in different coded and languages. Okay, this is more specific to a developers topic, which will be maybe a bit detailed covered in developer sessions we have on 22nd. Okay, so guys, let's understand the BTP architecture and the main component we have in BTP. Everyone heard what is global account, sub account, directory. Okay, these are main component of BTP. What is a global account? Global account is nothing but a contract between you and SAP. So if I open, sorry, it is logged off. I will have to log in it again. One second. So whenever you want to subscribe any service which is available on BTP, you go and subscribe. What they will do, they will create a global account for you, which is nothing but a contract between you and SAP. And in this global account, they will add the services whatever you have subscribed for. Okay, so that's why I have written here global account is nothing but a contract between you and SAP. All the BTP services which a customer or partner subscribed is provided in a global account by SAP with some free service. Okay, so they provide you the whatever services you have subscribed. Also, they provide some free services for you. Okay, which you may need it. Okay, so everything what is available on BTP is not chargeable. A lot of things on BTP is available for free. Okay, so this is a global account. Sub account is a heart of BTP, I will say. Whatever services you subscribe, actually you subscribe in sub account. So I said SAP gives all the services in global account, and I am now saying we have to subscribe service in sub account. But if it is available in global account, then how I can subscribe in sub account? I have to allocate these services in sub account. So we have to create sub account within global account, and then global account administrator will assign services to my sub account, and then I can subscribe for that service. I will take this in detail, guys. And okay, so global account has all the services. Sub account is something where we subscribe service. So let's go. I will come on directory a bit later, but before than that, let's go ahead and do something. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some hands-on.
Ankit,
Sorry.
who's
Okay.
going
Okay.
to pay for all these subscriptions of global accounts and sub accounts?
There is no charge for global account. There is charge for services. I'll first let's understand, let's understand what these things are, and then definitely, one second. I will just have a patience. I will definitely come on that. Okay, it will be very clear to you in some time. I have a productive account as well. Okay, so guys, I told you as soon as you want to subscribe any service, you will be entitled with a global account, and SAP will give all the services to you. So, and I also said in global account, I can create sub accounts. These are the sub accounts I already have created. First thing I would like to show you service assignments. So whatever services SAP have given as a part of your global account, you can see here. Okay, so these are the services has been given by SAP for you to be able to use. This is a trial account, and I would tell you SAP is promoting BTP so much. They have given a lot of services for free, and I'll show you this is my productive environment. If I go to entitlement and service assignment and see they have given just 20, 30, 28, 30 services only, because it was subscribed for any specific solution. So they gave that service, they added a service in in global account. Also, they gave some supporting services which I may want to use or which all free available. So in my productive environment, I have just opt for one or two paid services. So they give those paid services. Apart from that, they give free services, which normally they offer to all their customers, whoever comes on BTP. Okay, but here in trial account, see, if you create a trial account, you will get a lot of services for free. So for practice purpose, it is very nice to have a trial account with you. Okay, second thing I said, I have these many services available with me. Okay, also these services have some quota. Okay, okay, I will come to this again. Just understand, these are the services SAP have given for me to use. I said I cannot subscribe any service in global account, but I can subscribe service in sub account. So let's understand why. Let's go and try creating a sub account. If I create a sub account, see, it says write a sub account name. Maybe I have a team and who wanted to who and I have a team who wanted to develop application on BTP. I have a company and I am just going to use BTP first time. And the first requirement what I have is I want to develop application on BTP. Okay, so I said fine, I want to develop application. So I need some services to develop application because I want to write some codes, I want to deploy those codes, and I want to add some features in my application. So I need some set of services which I should be able to use. So what SAP says, you do one thing, you create a sub account for your project. So I will say app dev project. Okay, it says select region. Now you have seen in backend, SAP is using AWS and Azure data centers, infrastructure as service. So they ask you which region you want to deploy your resources. So whatever services you will subscribe here and whatever region you will choose, that's where actually your services will be subscribed. So if I go to Discovery Center and I go to this section, this is what tells you where all your, so I can choose, I can show you AWS. So these are the places AWS have their data centers. Okay, so as a part of trial account, SAP has given you option to choose where actually whatever once you will subscribe service, those service will definitely run. Where they will run? They will run in data centers. Actually, they have physical data center where we are actually deploying those services. We are just able to access through internet, right? So that's why sub account would be associated with a physical data center resource available in particular region and provided by particular service provider, AWS, Azure, GCP. So I want all my services which I will subscribe in this sub account should be subscribed or should use infrastructure from AWS US East. So I will go and create a sub account. So this is what one sub account got created for me. Now I have tomorrow, I have one more project where I have this application developed. Now I want to fetch some data from S4 HANA. Okay, or let's take example, I want to fetch some data from success factors. Okay, maybe employee data I need. So I need integration to be done. So I will create one more sub account. So integration team will work on this project. Now, anyway, this is a project. This is a project. So again, integration, there is a sub account will be created for integration team. Guys, this is just example. There are of hundreds of type of scenarios and the 100 type of account model could be integration team. And again, I will create maybe Singapore. Okay. And here I will assign integration services. Later, after some time, I want to develop an automation, for something. So I can create one more sub account and automation team will work on that. So sub account is nothing but it will let you divide the work in a logical manner. Okay, actually your services will get deployed in sub account only. So let's go and see. Guys, as soon as I create a sub account, automatically some services which are available for free, which is available free services or which has shared quota, they can be subscribed again, because application auto scaler is a service which, I'll take example guys here. Application auto scaler is a service which let you scale the application. Let's say today 1,000 people are accessing your website which is running on BTP. Tomorrow 1 lakh people accessing your website. So auto scaler will automatically scale the resources in backend. Okay, so application auto scaler is service. So maybe you have 10 different application running different sub accounts. So you may need application auto scaler service in all 10 different sub accounts. That's why there are some services which are shared services. Okay, those you can subscribe in different sub account. Yes, definitely they will definitely have a limit, maybe 10 or 15 or 20 instances you can create, and each instance in one sub account for different applications, right? So they also have a quota to that service. Maybe they have given 10 shared unit and you have but 12 application, then you have to procure additional for this. Even free service is there, but free also they will give some quota. They will not give thousand of quota, thousand times you subscribe this service in thousand different sub accounts. Okay, no, they will not let you do that. But yes, at some extent they give some free quota also, which you can go and use. Okay, so now what I want to do, I have all the services available here in sub account this, in global account. Now I want to subscribe a service which is not available. So which is not available in my sub account. I have all the services available in global account, but I want to subscribe some service which is available in sub account. So what I will go, I have to come here and I will now let's understand how to assign a service in a sub account. Okay, so I will just do this. This is something for I'm creating environment. Okay, what I'm doing right now, I'm creating environment. Whatever services I will want to subscribe, they will use this environment. So because these services are nothing but some piece of codes, right? When I will click on subscribe, they actually should get executed, correct? So they need some space where they will run. That's why it is asking me to enable a Cloud Foundry environment. So when I will go ahead and subscribe any service, it will use this space and will run in that space. Okay. Okay, so let's see and understand how I can transfer a service from global account to sub account. So my example is I want a process automation process automation service to use because I have a process automation. Let me rename it as a process automation. One second, edit. Let's say my project is process automation project. Okay, I am working on some process automation project and I need process automation service for that. So I need a process automation service available in my sub account. Let's check whether it is available already. Let's search. So come into sub account and go to entitlement and check whether you have a process automation service available or not. So let's search here. So if you want to search what are the services you have as a part of your sub account, you can come into within sub account and you go to entitlement, check process. There is no process automation service. So it means it is available in my global account and I have to transfer from global account to sub account. Okay, so let's go to the global account. So here we'll understand how to transfer service. So come to entity assignment. In entitlement, go to global account, come to entitlement, go to entity assignment. Now select the entity where you want to transfer the service. I want to assign a process automation service in this sub account. So I'll select. Now I will click on, so I have this. These are nothing but again you have a view here in this process automation sub account, what all services are available. These are the only were available when we opened this in sub account level. But from here also you can see what all the services are available and you can click on configure entitlement, add a service plan. As soon as you click on add service plan, it shows you what all the services you have available as part of global account and you can select the service and assign that service to your sub account. So I want a process automation. So maybe I can maybe filter here. I want to do process automation. I can select this or I can select this. It will just just filter it out all those related services related to development automation, or I can keep all, but here I can search automation, AU automation. So SAP build process automation is service which let you build different automations, and I will click on a plan. They have different plan also, guys. Okay, I'm choosing select plan, guys. I cannot cover all these things in just 2 hours of session. There are a lot of things we can cover, but I'm just selecting this. Definitely if I have any queries, I will take it. I will select a service and I will click on save. Okay, so that's how I selected my sub account and I clicked on configure entitlement. I saw all the services available as part of global account and I just assigned a service and clicked on save. And now my entitlement process automation got added. Now let's search whether we have it. See, process build, SAP build process automation is service which you can use and do automation in on BTP. Okay, you can connect this build service with your on-premise systems. You can record your SAP GUI screen also. You can create. I'm just taking example, guys. Okay, so this build process automation will help you to do create a lot of automations. Okay, so now I have added one service in my sub account, which is SAP build process automation. Now I want to subscribe this. I have just added it, but I have not subscribed it. Okay, so let's go into sub account. So let's click on account explorer. We are at global account level and I want to go in this sub account because I have assigned process automation service in this sub account. Now, if you want to see, we had 18 entitlement. Now we have one more entitlement. Why? Because I assigned the entitlement of process automation service. Now I need to subscribe that service. So I will have to go to service marketplace. And here, so you have all the services available. You can check from entitlement. Okay, but if you want to subscribe any service, you have come to services, and here you can have to go to service marketplace, and here you can search for your applications. Okay, so now I am looking for process automation. Okay, it is there on top only. Okay, I will click on create. See, you don't need to do any installation, guys. It is so easy. You don't need to create. Okay, see, I have subscribed for Cloud Foundry, but I have not created any space. So it is not letting, okay, 1 second. Because it needs a runtime to run. So it needs a space and I have not created any space. So first let's go and create in Cloud Foundry. Come Cloud Foundry. Cloud Foundry is what? Cloud Foundry is runtime where our applications will get deployed. And that complete runtime, maybe you have 4 GB of runtime, 5 GB or 8 GB, but those runtimes you can divide in further spaces. So I have to come and create a space. Let's say I want to create dev space. Okay, create. Okay, now I have one space created. Also, one thing I want to do, I want to assign some, and guys, for every single thing, you have to assign a service here. If you want to space also, you have to assign a space. So let me go in global account and assign some space as well to that sub account. Okay, so I will go to service assignment. Again, I want to assign some space uh, in my entity assignment. I want to assign some space in my process automation sub account so that that space I can use for deploying services what I want to subscribe. So I will again click on service plan and I will give some Cloud Foundry. So this is a Cloud Foundry service. This is memory because I need memory there. There is no memory available there. So I need some memory. So again, I can get it from my global account only. So I will add this service plan and I will save it. Now I have memory also available there. So let's go again because if I'm trying to subscribe, it needs some memory to run. So I am adding memory also there. Okay, runtime memory also. So let's again go to this sub account. Okay, now if I come to spaces, see there was 0 MB, but now as soon as I assigned a memory, it is showing 124 MB and nothing I have used. Okay, so let's go again to service marketplace and now I want to subscribe that build process automation. Create. See, it selected the space which I created. If I have more than one space, then it will give me a drop down which space you wanted to. Space is nothing but you are dividing this complete Cloud Foundry in different small chunks where you may want to deploy different application, different space. And I will give a name to this, which I can give process automation service I'm creating. I will go and click on view instances. So guys, whatever service you want to subscribe, you can subscribe for Service Marketplace. Whatever you have subscribed, you have to come to instances and subscription and you have to see this service. So instances and subscription, it is still, I guess, subscribing. Once again, let me refresh this. Okay, so I have subscribed the instance version, but I want to use application. See, guys, So this SAP build process automation, this is here instance type of service, and it cannot work stand alone. This is how you subscribe any service. Okay, so we have subscribed. So whatever you subscribe, if you come instance subscription, you can see this is subscribed here. It is created. Okay. One more service I want to subscribe for build process automation, which is other type, which has UI. So I told you right here, there are some services in BTP which is full-fledged application, which will have UI, but there are some services which are supporting services, which will not have UI, but it will create an instance and you can use that as a supporting service. Maybe you API you want to use, right? And environment. So I subscribed a service which is supporting service now. Now build process automation also have a full-fledged application. So let's go ahead and subscribe that as well. Okay. So again and again, guys, I'm doing so that same process is stored in your mind. Okay, so again I will go in sub global account. Again I have to assign an application type of process automation. Sorry, I will come to I will come to entity assignment, and again let's subscribe application type of service which will launch and see UI of that application. Process automation sub account, I want to subscribe service, and again I will click on configure plan, add service plan, and here I will again search for process automation. It is there. We subscribe this one, but I want to subscribe this. Okay, application which will have proper UI. Click on save. Okay, it is saved. So now again, I transfer one build process automation, but previously we transferred a service which is instance type of service, which is supporting service that doesn't have any UPI. Sometime what happens? One service you use for API purpose, one service you use for complete full-fledged application, right? That's why some services you will see 2 to 3 plans. Some will be API type of service, same service in API version, same service in full-fledged UI version. Okay, so I assigned now a full-fledged UI version of build process automation. Okay, so let's go and again in build process automation and go into service marketplace and go ahead and again search build process automation and I'll create. Okay, now it is saying select plan. Previously it was not selecting any plan, right? I will see here instance. Last time we subscribed for instance, but now I'm subscribing free one, right? I transferred free one application. So I will subscription. I'll click on create. And guys, there are two type of cloud foundry environment, a cloud foundry space available in your app in BTP cockpit. One which will run full-fledged application UI that will not need you to go and create a instance of cloud foundry or assign memory. But and those applications which are UI based application, they don't need space to run. That's why when we subscribe this, it never asked me space. Why? Because this full-fledged application, whatever application which are full-fledged application, they don't need explicit environment for you to create and run on that. Those services only need a custom environment, which are instances, which are supporting services. Okay, and this one was application service which has proper UI. It doesn't need any explicit environment to be created, and I will show you why. Now let's go view instances and we'll see that. See, it is getting created. See, this subscription which is UI based application, this came here. This is supporting service came in instances section, and this is environment cloud foundry environment where this is running. And that's what I explained you here. We have full-fledged application. These full-fledged application are standard, and these applications are supporting service which will need a runtime to run, and the runtime will be provided by here. So these three type of services we have, which you can see here. You can see here subscription type of services, which has UI, instances type of services, supporting services, and environment, which is actually giving space to this instance to run. I hope it is very clear. All three type of services, what I explained, I showed you in system. Okay, let's get it subscribed, and we'll then open this and we'll get proper one good application like any other UI based application like SAC or any other application. Okay. Meanwhile, I was telling, right, there are two type of Cloud Foundry available. Actually, this is also running in Cloud Foundry, but for this we don't need to explicitly get space. But for these we need to explicitly get space, and let me show you how. So guys, if I go to global account, I go to service entitlement and I search for Cloud Foundry. There are two Cloud Foundry plans available. One is this, one is this. Okay. This Cloud Foundry is for your supporting services for which you have to transfer from this to there. But this memory is for your applications which are full-fledged application and they run here. Okay. So this one initially only one mod utilized, but as soon as I assigned one GB got subscribed in automation. Again, if one more sub account I create, I assign Cloud Foundry runtime, one more GB will get exhausted. One more sub account I can assign one more GB in that, and one more, then all exhausted. Then if I need more, then I have to go to SAP and procure more quota for this service. Okay, let's see our automation service would have been subscribed now. So we are into now process automation sub account, and let's go to services instances section where we can see subscribed services. Okay, it is taking a lot of time.
Hi Ankit, Perry.
Yeah, please tell me.
In can you differentiate the scenarios where we'll be using the sub account and the global account?
Global account is nothing. Global account is just a contract between you and SAP. It does nothing. Why? See, okay, let me come to the global account. Global account. What you can do here, you don't have any option to subscribe any service. It's just a placeholder which shows this is a contract between you and SAP, and these are the services SAP says I have given you. Also, you can do some system landscape design. Let's say you want to do some custom development in your SAP marketing cloud, sales cloud, those. So you can register those system here as a part of global account, but at the end they will be used in sub account only. Sub account is only the heart of this BTP. Everything happens in sub account only. You can subscribe services in sub account only. You cannot subscribe any. It's just resource provider. Let's say you want to use some resources from AWS and Azure. Okay, you can add resources there, and again this resources you have just entitled here, but again you have to assign this resource to any sub account there you'll have to use. I'll take example. Let's say you are having an application. Let's this by the time it is getting subscribed, I will explain this, guys. Okay, so I will. Okay, so let's explain one by one. Account explorer, this just tells you what all the what global account name is and what all the different sub accounts you have in global account. Okay, resource provider, it will let you just register. I'm telling register, it is you're not using it. Register any services you have from AWS or Azure. So let's take example. Let's take a scenario. You are developing application. Okay. I will take example. Okay. So let's take example. You are company which is running for 15 years and you are using AWS from last 15 years. Okay, and you have developed HR application on AWS, and that is running in AWS, and it has a database also. Because it is an application, then definitely you'll be having a database associated with that application. Now your HR application, what you had developed, you did not had leave application functionality in that application, and you wanted to build leave functionality so that employees should be able to apply the leaves. Now you planned, I want to do that in BTP. So BTP says, yes, you can come and you can create that application BTP. But let's say because that functionality you wanted to use, so you may want to use the database which is available in AWS, which is used by your other application. But you want to use same database. You don't want to create your new database on BTP. So what you can do, you can add that database here in global account. And if your database may be running on AWS or your database running on Azure, You can come and register that database. You have to give some client ID, client secret, because this is running on AWS. So they definitely have some security features, right? Where it is running. So all those IDs you will get, and one database entitlement get added here. And that you can assign in any sub account. And in that sub account only, you will develop that application, which will use that database. So if you want, so guys, see here, you're just registering your database here, but you are not using anything. Again, you have, as soon as you will register, it will get added in the service entitlement. You have to transfer this from global account to sub account, and then sub account, you'll be subscribing it and will be connecting with your application, whatever you're developing, and it will be able to utilize the database. So this is, see, global account, you are not doing anything. You're just managing things. The system landscape, you want to extend SAP Sales Cloud. Maybe there are your business requirement is something which your standard is SAP Sales Cloud is not helping you. Now you want to extend that. You can add your sales cloud, marketing cloud system. See, commerce cloud, field glass, marketing cloud. If you want to do some customization in those applications, you can register here, and you can then attach this with any sub account, and there you can do customization. You can write code on BTP and can deploy those codes in that backend system which you have connected here. You are just registering system here. You are not doing anything. And then after registering, you will have to attach with any sub account. So guys, it is just for management purpose. Global account is nothing, just logical entity which is letting you manage the different services you can use within BTP. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes, Ankit, this is Bharat. So like in resource provider is nothing but their the services and which are not available on BTP, we are extending here, right?
No, actually, I'll tell you, when BTP, SAP launched BTP, there were some many customers and they were running some of the services, and they were SAP customers. They were hugely using SAP product, but for some of things they were using AWS Azure, because SAP doesn't offer infrastructure as a service. Okay, so what they said, I have database already available there, and I want to utilize that database, is, and how I will use. So SAP said, okay, let me do one thing. Let me check with AWS and Azure if they can give a functionality where I should be able to provide some resources which is running there in BTP. So that's how this feature came in picture. And this mostly used for databases only. It is not useful. This is not used for all any other things. Everything you cannot add here. You only can add databases. You cannot use networking. You cannot use storage. There are a lot of services AWS Azure offers. Okay, only for database purpose you use this. Okay, so guys, this is just a logical entity which let you manage the different services you have in as which your company is entitled to use. But if you want to use that service, you have to transfer it in sub account, or you have to use it. I have very nice diagram, guys. I will explain you. Just be there. Okay, I have very nice diagram here. You can create complete org structure on BTP. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if that is subscribed. Okay, let's go in instances and subscription. Oh, great, it's subscribed. I said this is UI based application. So if I open this, then I should be able to access very nice, very good user interface where I can do a lot of things, right? But it will not open. It is not that easy. Everything will go an error occurred. Okay, access denied. Okay, I subscribed the service, but access is denied. Why it is so? You know why? Because I have not assigned role to my user. Okay, so I have to go in my sub account and I have to come to user section. Right now, I am the only one who is a user in this sub account. So I can come here. I can come here. I can click on assign role. Now there are different roles available here. So there are some roles which are related to whatever thing you can do at sub account level, like these things: managing the services, managing the cloud foundry, managing HTML application, doing some integration of cloud on-premise system with this sub account, you doing some security related job. There are some roles related to whatever jobs you can do in this panel. Along with that, there are some roles available respect to this application what you have subscribed. Guys, listen carefully. Whenever you subscribe any application in a sub account, automatically roles related to that application gets added here. I will show you the difference with any different sub account. Okay, let's see first what we are trying to do. So if you want to assign some role to a user, come in security section, come in user section, select that user and click here and assign role. And I want to assign a role for process automation related roles, because my that application is process automation service. So see, as soon as I subscribed, automatically 3 roles got generated here. I would have shown you previously before subscribing, but don't worry, I will show different sub account in which you will see these are missing. Okay, so process automation admin, process automation developer, process automation participants, these are some roles which is related to that application. I will assign that role. Now role collection, sorry guys, I should say role collection, not role. Role are different. Roles are nothing but developers, when they developed build process automation, they created a role. Okay, but SAP gives you option to club those roles and create role collection. And role collection only can be assigned to user, roles cannot be assigned to user. This is a thumb rule. Anyway, we have security training next week, so I will discuss more in detail on these. Okay, so now I have assigned role, so I should be able to access. Let me log out and then log in again, because if I'll not log out, then again how my authorization will be checked. So to be able to access again, I have to log out and log in again, and during login my authorization will get checked. And there is very detailed session we are going to have on this on next week, how authorization is checked. Okay, so let me log in again, back to log on. Okay, great. It is asking my email ID. Okay. Okay, let me sign in. So now authentication is happening. Once authentication gets done, authorization is also checked on BTP. So guys, I am trying to open that application. I assigned my roles. Oh, great. See, process automation app. This is a process automation app. You can come and create automation, build an application, build a process automation, build a business site. Okay, so these are the thing. This is one full-fledged application, and process automation consultant will be using this. And we have very detailed session on this on process automation here. Basically, build process automation. We'll create some workflows. We'll create some automation using this service.
Anke, sorry to interrupt you here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So build automation process covers build, workflow, and IRPA, 3 of them. Is
Correct.
it or?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So previously, it you can create workflow here. You can create bots here. RPA. It supports. So they clubbed everything, all the automation capabilities, and created this build process automation. Previously, it has 3 different capabilities standalone, but all 3 capabilities they built and they created one single app.
So workflow, are you planning to cover end to end, like in detail course in any of the
Okay,
training?
I told you we have very detailed course on these topics. Okay, admin, development, security, extension shoot, DevOps, and identity and access management, build process automation, robotics process automation. These both 2 course covers the complete automation, and then AI and integration shoot. So we have a different course for this, but yes, one very workshop is there on this build process automation here on 28th of October.
Okay.
Same time. Okay, we'll see some features here. Okay, great. So we were able to, so now guys, you understood how you can subscribe a service, correct? And then how you can view that, open that service. Okay, so that was, so we had something we had planned. If I come to my PPT, there was hands-on. I had planned this: create a sub account, explore all the capabilities of sub account, check the service entitlement of sub account, add a service in sub account for global account, subscribe a service in sub account, access the service which is subscribed. This all we did here. Okay, so now, okay, so this hands-on I had planned, which I did. Okay, so this is what, and you also understood the different, there are three types of applications. This also I showed you. I showed you BTP capability. I explained you global account. I explained you sub account. Now the main one, account model, the architecture, I'm going to explain you a bit in detail.
Ankit?
Yeah.
So suppose there are two sub accounts under a global account, and sub account A is running this build process automation, and it wants to access a service which exists in sub account B. So is that possible?
Yes, you have to.
Sharing of
Yes, you
services?
have to integrate. You have to. Okay, so the service, you will launch that service in different sub account, and that service will have integration capability. Maybe you may be using some APIs to integrate. So your service available in one sub account and your service available in another sub account will definitely have integration capability. You may use integration should to integrate them. Design complete flow, or directly you can create destination in this sub account, and you can, so here if I come to BTP, this one, if I come to destination, so here you can, what you can do, let's say there is an application running in a different sub account and from which you may need some data. You come and create a destination, you write a destination name because that application is running in sub account. So they are internet in web, like this web based application. So I will use HTTP protocol. I may write a description, and maybe I want to fetch some data from that application which is running in different sub accounts. So definitely that application will have some endpoint, API endpoint, which might be pointing to table which data I want to extract. So I will provide this URL, internet proxy, because the service is running on internet. Authentication I can choose. Maybe I can choose basic authentication. I will create a user and password in the serve in another application which is running in that sub account, because when this destination will try to reach out to the other application which is running in other sub account, then that user should get this should get authenticated. So this URL and user ID password and these details will maintain and will able to reach out to that application which is running in different sub account, will able to fetch the data from there in this application. So that's how integration you can do. But
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes, tell me.
So
Go ahead.
when interchanging data between two sub accounts, there is no need of a middleware like CPI, right? Only destination option can serve the purpose.
Destinations can fetch data, but yes, if you want to do it properly, you want to, let's say your application have thousands of APIs, your application have very complex endpoints, lot of endpoints, and you're pulling data from 10-15 endpoints, then definitely you should use integration suite where you will create your iFlow, and we have a session on that, guys. So we are doing integration suite as well, where understanding BTP integration, understanding pre-built integration packages provided by SAP, create custom iFlow. Okay, so we have a session on this as well on 4th November. Okay, we'll see integration capability.
Thank you.
Okay, for APIs, like whether sub account is going to generate its API details or we need to build.
Okay, no.
In order to integrate with
Actually, what you're doing, you are subscribing an application in sub account, and those application is delivered by SAP. This build process automation, who have developed this application? SAP have developed their application. So while developing this application, they must have created endpoints, correct? And those endpoints they mention in documentation. If you go and build process automation documentation, you want to check the APIs which they have created, or any other application, they have hundreds. SAP Analytics Cloud, PAP, all the application will be having a lot of APIs created, endpoints created, which integration consultant will utilize. So why you will develop? You cannot develop the endpoint because this application is fully developed. Yes, let's say the leave application, what I was talking about, if you're developing that leave application, during your developers will develop that leave application, they will create APIs, and those APIs, then they will give it to different teams if some team want to integrate that application with any other system. Got it?
Okay, based on the realm, we can consume that API.
Yes, based on requirements. So they will create enough APIs while SAP will create enough APIs while they'll be developing solutions. And your developers, if they are developing custom solution, they will also create every possible APIs. And if you are the one who is developing that solution, then maybe if there's some APIs you did not created while you doing development, but later there is APIs required, then developer can go ahead and create it, right? As per need, anytime. Even they deploy the application again, the enhancements they will do in application, correct? Side by side enhancements they will do. They will develop API again. Okay.
Hi, Ankit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Ankit, it's we have different sub accounts, right? Is there a way that consider like if I have dev sub account and if I want to create some sandbox from the same, so is there an option where we can clone and create it, or like we need to go with the particular steps of doing, creating a sub account, do the survey, registering the services, giving the quota and everything, or is there any way that we have?
Okay. There is one service which is transport management service SAP offers, but it doesn't work in all the scenarios. In some cases, if you have done some configuration in some applications, you can do transported. But if there is some standard solution which SAP have developed, let's say if I talk about IAG, Identity Access Governance. If you're implementing IAG, you implemented IAG in one sub account, and again now you check everything is working fine, all the functional configuration your GRC or IAG consultant did. Now they want to make it live. They have to do it from scratch again. They have to create one sub account again, productive. They have to subscribe productive license, which SAP will give. SAP will give to us licenses. And then you can, yes, whatever custom applications you are developing, that you can transport in different sub account. You just need to create sub account and transport the custom application, whatever you have developed in different sub account.
Okay, got it. And one more question. So because now BTP is getting integrated with the different services, right? Like resources like AWS, GRC, Azure, and coming to SaaS solutions. My question is like this, if the vendor, like, when we are integrating with other vendor, if they have some maintenance, if they are upgrading their, OS or like the technology at their end, and we developed our application based on their services. So how that really impacts, because, our application was developed for 7.1 of Azure, just take an example. And now as it is a backend, they are upgrading the Azure persons are there upgrading it to 7.6 or 8. And as we are
No,
consuming the
so
services.
there'll not be any impact, guys. So this is SAP, it's SAP headache. It's not your headache. SAP have hired AWS Azure. You have not hired AWS and Azure. It's SAP headache, how they are managing. And I'll tell you, infrastructure level changes Azure will not do. Only they can enhance technology, but whatever offerings they have, whatever functionality they are offering, they cannot. They're not doing coding here, right? They're setting up server, storage, networking, and they only can enhance the feature. They cannot do changes in this, correct? But yes, AWS Azure, whatever changes is doing, SAP is headache. It's not our headache.
Yeah,
It's
my
just
question is like,
one place.
so when we
Yeah,
are
yeah, go
doing
ahead
that,
again. Yes, yes.
we don't have any impact. You mean to say it's a
No,
seamless
no
changes.
impact. No impact. Yes, no impact.
And one
Even.
last question, because on-prem we have like components, and definitely when we are adding add-ons or something, when we are integrating, we make sure it is compatible for us. And for BTP, and when we are trying to integrate or something, so how it is going to, how we can leverage it, like, how we can make sure the particular service is compatible with the BTP, and is there any checks that need to be done, or what is the process?
Yes. So when you integrate any on-premise, let's say system from BTP, so normally what you will integrate? You will integrate an application running on BTP with any on, because and that whatever support pack, whatever NetWeaver version, whatever, there definitely SAP will tell you that, hey, your on-premise system should support this NetWeaver version and above, and this support pack. That only you can integrate, and depends upon system to system. So if SAP Analytics Cloud is getting data from S4 HANA on-premise, definitely SAP Analytics Cloud documentation will tell you which system can be connected and there should be this NetWeaver version and this should be support pack, or your identity access governance if it wants to fetch data from any S4 system, because to fetch data you should have some business functions, right, available in on-premise system, and those business functions will be related to the corresponding application what is available in BTP, and those should support and those should be available in your NetWeaver or in your on-premise system, and SAP will introduce those in some support pack or from some support pack, and above all will support. Okay, so yes, you have to do the feasibility check.
Okay, that implies to SAP, right? Consider like if you are using some Microsoft services or Azure or like anything, again, you need to say the documentation literally
You
gives
will
us
not
like,
use, first of all, you will not use any Azure service on BTP, I'll tell you. Okay,
when I
it's
say
just
Azure
one
services, like
database you are using
Mhm.
because you had database in Azure and now you want to utilize that database in BTP. Just from Azure, you will not be using anything. But definitely,
uh,
you can pull data from BTP to Azure and you do whatever job you want to do in Azure, or you can pull data from any system which is running on Azure in BTP and do whatever you want to do. But you will not use any application running on Azure in BTP. You will not deploy that application anywhere on BTP, which is running in Azure.
yeah, my question is like, when we're consuming Salesforce or Boomi, Dell Boomi, or like consider like, these are the partnering third-party systems, right? So that is
Yes.
where my question, yeah.
So you will consume what? You will consume data, right? And
Yes.
data, every system can understand the data, right? It will be in some format. Definitely transformation logic will be applied in between while the integration will happen, and it will be transformed in the format which your target system will understand.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I will now, guys, I will take questions at the end only. Okay. Okay, great. So what is a, okay, so let's take example here. I I newly came into BTP. I developed one application, and for developing application, I know I need some services. For that, I created a sub account in which I subscribed my application. Tomorrow, I want to do reporting for this application. Maybe my application is generating, maybe I created a website on BTP, and on that is commerce website where a lot of customers are coming and procuring, purchasing my services. And now I want to do reporting. Now again, so what will happen? My application development team is working in this sub account. Everyone who is working on application development will get access to this and they will develop the application. Later, I said, once application is developed, deployed, generating data, now I want to do some reporting for this application using SAP Analytics Cloud, let's say. Okay, so what happens? I will create one more sub account, and in that I will assign SAP Analytics Cloud service from global account, and I will give access to all my reporting people, and they will be doing reporting on top of that. Next day, again later, maybe I developed one more application. So for that application, again I will create one more sub account. I will develop my application. Okay, and they need to be integrated each other. Maybe for any purpose. Maybe they are exchanging some data. I will create an, so this sub account will be used for developing that application, but for integration purpose. And I want to design a complete integration flow, integration architecture. Maybe then again, I will create a sub account for my integration team, and they will subscribe integration shoot, and they will try creating flows, how data is flowing from this system to this system, or maybe other more systems are involved. Then one more sub account. Later, I also want to do risk and governance for these applications. Risk and governance means I want a system like GRC, which is in cloud. IAG is available, and I want to do automatic access request for users to be able to entertain. Automatically access request should be able to entertain for these applications using IAG. I want to do user provisioning in these applications. Maybe new hires are coming and they need some access to these applications. I want to automate all this. I will use IAG for that. IAG also I will create a sub account in which I will subscribe IAG, and IAG consultant will be configuring that. Then one more sub account I'll create. So see what is the value of sub account here. Whatever services you are running, you are segregating it here. Okay. Now let's take example. There you have a very big company in which maybe you have Tata Steel. Let's talk about Tata. Tata Motors, let's talk about. Tata Motors will have their employee system. Tata Motors will have their securities, identity access management, identity access governance. They will be having some custom application developed. They will be having integration team working on different integration projects. So for all of them, let's say hundreds of sub account you have to create in within a global account, right? And it is very tedious job for one global account admin to manage these many sub account. Okay, so this is what SAP did. Initially, they just introduced global account and they introduce sub account and then say, hey, you go ahead and create sub accounts and subscribe services and use it. But then partners and customers, they said, hey, how many sub accounts I will create at this one level? Actually, I have very good org hierarchy in my company, which is divided in technology basis. I have one team who is a one maybe 5,000 employees working in security domain, and 3,000 employees are working in data analytics domain, and 4,000 employees working on application development. I want to create some organization structure on top of BTP, so that why this one single person or global account admin only need to distribute services in hundreds of sub accounts. And management is also very tough. It is very easy to manage hundreds of sub account at one level. So is there any way we can create an org hierarchy the way I want it? SAP said, yes, you can do it. Let me introduce you something. They introduced directory. They introduced directory. Directory is nothing but like an instance of global account which let you create org hierarchy. Directories can have one or more directory and sub account within itself as per org structure. Directory also segregate the duty of distributing services to further directories and sub account. So let me use this figure again. So let's say you are running a company, and let's talk about Tata only. Okay, Tata Automobile. Okay, Tata Automobile on very high level, they have three teams. Okay, team A, team K, team L. Team 1 is one maybe having 40 people, and they are working on securing the complete infrastructure, complete BTP. Sorry guys, complete BTP landscape. They are the one who is securing. So they want this should report directly to the higher management. Okay, and they should work on the security project. So they will create a sub account for them, and they will assign all security features, so all security related services which they will subscribe, and they will integrate these security services with all other applications available in their landscape. And they will take care of complete identity and access management, identity and access governance. Maybe they can have two different sub account, one for identity access management, one for identity access governance, and both will be created here. I have just, for example, I have created one. Okay, now there is one team which is Rohan's team. Rohan is VP. Okay, in of a team, maybe you have 5,000 employees within this. Again, in that, some of employees are working on process automation project, and that project is managed by Rohan directly. And but there is one more team under Rohan. These many people, other people apart from these, they are again working on some ABAP extension project. They are working on integration project, and this team is working on data intelligence project. Okay, so what Rohan want? Subham is a head of all these people, in which Subham is taking care of three projects. He is a project manager of three projects, and he should manage all these people. So what I can do now, division is happening in the team. So division we can do by directory. So whenever there is division is happening, you create a directory. Within that, you create a sub account, and you assign required services in the sub account they will use. But here you see again, this Subham is managing these three teams. So again, division is happening. Again, I can create a directory, and those three teams are directly then at the end working on different projects. For that, they need service. So Subham will go ahead and create a sub account for them. So directory is nothing but letting you create hierarchy. Directories also does nothing, guys. If I come here, and if I create a directory, okay, so let me go to global account, and I will create okay, I'll show you something which is already available here, right, in my productive environment. If I come and I come to global account, and I come to org hierarchy. See, This is mentors pool R hierarchy. Guys, this we are using for training purpose. So as per our requirements, we have created. See, this is org hierarchy created. See, this is a directory. In that directory, further I have created a directory, but these are 3 sub accounts. Maybe the one manager is here who is having three projects he's taking care of directly, but further he has a manager who may be working on, who is handling maybe 2 projects. Further sub accounts I can create here. So directory, let me open this directory. Directory does nothing. See, you can do only this. You can add people in directory and you can manage entitlements. So apart from directly assign services to sub account below sub account, you can even, so global account administrator can assign service to below directories, and then directory administrator will assign service to further sub accounts or directory. So directory, you have only 3 options, which will help you to distribute services further in your org structure, and you can just add more users. Maybe you are a manager, you don't want to do on your own, but you want one of your colleagues should be able to distribute the services. So you want to add one more user, so you can add your colleague. Maybe your associate manager will be distributing the services, but at least you should have access so that you know what is happening. So that's why your manager will manager will be your admin of this directory, and he will also have associate manager who will also be admin of directory and will distribute the services. That's why we have user here, but here you will be using this to assign services. So let's again come to this and understand this again. So now let's say this H team want some services which they are working on data intelligence project. So on BTP we have data intelligence service available. So now they need it. They will not go here. They will ask Subham, hey Subham, could you please assign a service to me? Subham say, okay, no, I don't have. So maybe I'll do one thing. I'll take approval. I'll give proper business justification and I'll get approval from higher management and I will submit to the procurement. Procurement will pay to SAP. SAP will add a service in my global account of our company. And then I will ask Rohan, hey Rohan, can you assign this service to me? But Rohan also don't have. Rohan will request to global account admin. Global account admin will assign that service in the Rohan's directory, and Rohan because Rohan is a directory administrator, he will assign the service to Subham directory. Now Subham is a directory administrator, he will assign service to this sub account. So now we are able to segregate the duty. We are able to create org structure. This person is only not taking headache of doing everything end to end. Are you able to understand, guys?
Yes, Ankit.
Okay.
One question, Ankit. The sub account, is it how it is related to this organizational chart? Like how this is like kind of like for every you said that for every team you need to have a sub account.
Every project you need to have a sub accounts. And you will automatically will have some team. I'm not talking about, guys, here there are 2 type of org structure, or there are 2 type of one is your employee normal org structure what you have in your company, but technically the way you have projects in a project in your company, you also have a org hierarchy. Okay, maybe security head is there, one security person who is a VP is taking care of security in your, and all the security related projects come under him, right? That automatically it creates hierarchy only. Some people are working on those projects and they are reporting to their project managers. And then, so guys, this org hierarchy, I'm just taking one example, like technology basis you can do. Even you can create this org hierarchy as per reason, geographical reason, or on subsidiary basis. Okay, so let's take one more example, guys. Tata Steel, Tata Motors. Tata Steel is one subsidiary, Tata Motors is one subsidiary. Maybe you don't want to have 2 different global account for them. Tata want to manage only one global account. In that, he will create one directory for Tata Steel, one directory for Tata Motors, and then further, again, the complete hierarchy will be created on the basis of different projects they are working on. Correct. Here, Tata Motors will have one directory created, and that directory sub account will be created the way their project is getting managed throughout the. And you see, at the end, it's sub account only. At the end, always sub account will come, because sub account is the only entity which is actually corresponding to data centers where you are subscribing the service, and subscribing the services you need only when you're working on sub project which needs some service to be subscribed. Correct. This is just one example, guys. You can create org hierarchy the way you want it, the way your organization functions, the way your client wanted, the way your you are working in a consulting company like Accenture, Wipro, TCS, and you have a lot of clients, and they have their own way of org structure, and that you can design on top of BTP for projects. I hope it is clear now.
Hey Ankit, it's Ram here.
Yeah.
Can like team A and team K can share one project like the above
Yes.
extension project?
Correct. Yes. Maybe. Okay. No. So listen, let's say there is one person who is working on this project also, is working on this project also. So he will get added in this sub account also. He will be get added in this sub account also. It's division I am showing in this as a project basis division I am showing. Okay. So he will get access to this sub account also. He will get access to this sub account also. But service distribution will be happening here. Who is managing the project? There are 3 projects under Subham. If I say Rohan is having 1, 2, 3, 4 projects within him. But at the end, Subham is managing these 3. Rohan is managing these directly. This one only. Managing means yes, he's taking care of the thing. They were actually the team is working on this, and they need access to the sub account to be able to use the service, right? What they're working on. Correct.
No, I think my question was not clear. Like you gave an example that Tata Motors and Tata Steel, there are two
Correct.
subsidiaries, right?
Mhm.
So currently there is this ABAP extension project which is like commonly shared between Tata Steel and Tata Motors. So do we have to create 2 sub accounts for different, or we can share the one sub account for 2?
You can share the one, because what will happen once, because the development will extension will be done by developers. Okay, extension developers. Correct. And once extension is developed, that will get deployed in any. So extension is done for what? Extension is done for any application, and that application can be used by anyone, right? Entire the world, entire the globe. Or if some people from Tata is still working on that project, developing that extension, and some people working on, some people from Tata Motors are working on that project, then you can give access to the sub account. Guys, it is, this division is just to understand the way project is getting managed and the way hierarchy, the project managers are taking care of this. Okay, so your question was, can we, so extension will be done for a system, and that system can be, if that system is utilized by Tata Motors and Tata Steel both, and the technical consultant who wanted to work, maybe some of them are from here, some of them are from here, they definitely can be added in that sub account. But who is the managing, from where money is coming? Money might be coming from, or maybe they are sharing. It's all logically you can understand, right? It's technically you can add users from here to here also, but the way that project is managed, that's what I'm talking about here. Project manager cannot be 2. He will, or maybe if it is 2, okay, if it is 2, then maybe you'll, so what you'll do now, you may directly create a sub account here. You don't segregate it. Okay, you create a sub account on global account level, and there you add users if you want to do that. You don't add them here, or you don't add them here. If you want to do that, there is a project which is common in both. You create
Sorry,
here only.
Ankit, you mean to say that the sub account must be added as per the project? If there, I am in my organization, I have 10 project and 10 project managers. Each project manager has a sub account for his project. Is it true?
One more thing, guys. Oh, yeah, that is possible. One, that is possible, but there could be the case there is a project in which you want 2 sub account. Why? Or maybe 3 sub account. Why? There, let's say there is a development project. So for development project, what you will do, you'll create a directory for that development project, and in that you will create one development sub account, test sub account, production sub account. Okay, the developers will be developing, and the testing will happen in another sub account, deploy will happen. So that, if you want to achieve that, so for one project only you can create a directory, and within that you can create 3 sub account, and each sub account will correspond to a development and testing, or QA or prod. Okay, or second, this is for this examples is for your development project which you are developing application from scratch. Let's say there is a project in which SAC is used, reporting project. So maybe you want to have only two sub account, one test SAC and one is production SAC, because SAC is pre-delivered solution by SAP, which you don't need to develop anything in that, right? But you want to test the feature of SAC where my business requirement, whatever is there, whether it is working properly or not, you will do all those configuration, you will do testing, and then you will finally you will you will check it, and then again you will do it in production environment. So for that also you can create a directory, and in that directory you can have 3 sub account for single project also. Guys, it's all about, I'm just trying to tell you, you can achieve division using directory, but at then sub accounts will be the where services, but it's different requirement. You can now you have this feature the way you want to use it. You just need to understand the feature, and this is just one example I have taken. This could be one case, and there are thousands of cases could be here like this or indifferent, where you need a directory, and in that you need a sub account to be created or further segregation you want to do, and that's how you can do it. Okay.
Who will decide this one actually? The structure?
Yeah, your company, and one more thing I'll tell you guys. If some company is coming new into BTP, they don't create org structure at once, because first they will use BTP for one project, then again they will use for second project, third project. This automatically gets created by the time. Okay, within 2-3 years you will get the very good org structure created. First day you are not going to create this complete org structure, but yes, I wanted to explain you the directory and sub account and global account relation. That's why I have created this. But what happens, any new company which is implementing BPT, first day only they will not create org structure. They will implement one project, they will slowly they will start implementing multiple projects on BTP, and org structure automatically gets created by the time. I hope it is clear.
Ankit, can we activity of creating sub account and other thing is done by the BTP admin?
Yes, that's what next I have to discuss. So guys, this was our our session. I wanted to cover this. I wanted to cover 1 or 2 more things, but if you are really interested, if you wanted to be there, then I just wanted to cover what all the options we have as a part of our sub account. So I have to sign again. 1 second. Okay, so let's
one
yes,
query.
Small doubt.
yeah.
Yeah, do the managers or in the hierarchy levels, the hierarchy is only responsible for user admin, role admin for the users who is assigned back in their sub accounts?
Yeah, users are, yes, definitely your sub account administrator who will create a sub account, or maybe he want to. So that's what I said I wanted to explain, but I don't have time. But I have 3-minute time still. If you guys stay there for 10 more minutes, then I may quickly explain that. And okay, so let me go into one sub account and then I will explain you. Let me go into this sub account. Okay, and I explain you. I will take example and then I explain you. This is our sub account. Okay. These are the things you can do at sub account level. I will come to your question. Your question will automatically get answered once I come to the security part. Okay. Services overview. It is nothing but it gives you some detail about your sub account. Okay, because sub account applications will run in sub account, and if you want to integrate that application with any any different application which could be running in sub account, or maybe standalone application which may not be running in sub account, then for integration purpose, always integration happens through platform. So sub account details are required. Some of the details we need for sub account, and we integrate, we make that connection available in sub account, and then application which is available in this account use it. So there are some different details available for sub account which you can find it here. Definitely in further sessions, maybe somewhere we'll use this if possible. Okay, services, you know this. Here you can subscribe what all services available, and here you can see what all the services you have already subscribed. Cloud Foundry, this is nothing but it is for more for developers. So it is provide you a runtime space, whatever services you are subscribing, which you may want to use while you're doing application development as a supporting service. You always can come and deploy. If I go to spaces, see I have there is a space created. If I go within a space, if I go within a space, this space, see, it will give me option to deploy application. So actually whatever application developers develop, at then they deploy in a space. Okay, this is developer topics. I will not. So Cloud Foundry is mostly used by developers. Whatever applications they develop, they deploy here. And HTML5 application, this is nothing but if you are developing front end, you can create your Launchpad here. So there is a service called Launchpad Build Work Zone. This is nothing but Launchpad service. If you want to create a Launchpad of any application, whatever you have developed, you can create using this. But I have to subscribe this and I have get option to create application, which is nothing but creating a front end of any application. Okay, connectivity, this is used to for integration purpose. So if you want to integrate any on-premise system with BTP and which may need to communicate with the application which is running in this sub account, then you have to integrate your on-premise system using cloud connector, and your cloud connector details will be populated here. And this is nothing but a destination. Again, this destination will be created for on-premise system or cloud system to be able to communicate and get data, or to push data or pull data from different systems, or which may be running in sub account, any different sub account, or which may be running in different maybe Ariba, SuccessFactors and all. Also, they also can use, if you want to get data from there, you can use these destinations. Security, guys, so understand this is very, very important. So let's say users, so who all will be working on particular project, and that project will have some services. All the users should be part of this sub account and they should be added. So you will come and create users here, and then you'll go and assign relevant role, which may be so I have some. So okay, so let's say these are roles I have. So I have some platform roles: sub account viewer, sub account service administrator. This person only can maybe subscribe service, or this person only can do integration or create destination. This person can take care of creating cloud connected destination both. This can take care of everything what you can see here. And these three roles are related to application, which is business application studio. So let's say there is a business, there is a development project, and you want someone to be able to write codes. Okay, should be able to develop some code. So this is application where you write code. Okay, so what you will do, you will add those developers in your sub account, and you will add them and assign these roles, and you will give them link. Which link? There is application running here. If you see business application studio, business application, this application, if you give access to this link, and if they are added here as a user and have been assigned the respective roles, then this link they will be able to access like this. And similarly, one more UI will get launched for business. There they can write codes and they can develop application, and they may not need access to the to access this BTP cockpit, right? They don't want to maybe work. Yeah.
One doubt. Once we subscribe the sub account, still we can add further more roles after even after subscription.
Roles, no. So roles you cannot create here. If you see these roles, whatever application which SAP have developed, they already have developed role for that. Okay, and as soon as you subscribe that service, automatically roles get created. See, you cannot, these are the roles, you cannot delete it, you cannot create any roles. Only thing is you can combine some roles and create role collections. Okay, and these role collections can be assigned to users. Roles directly cannot be assigned to users. So SAP have developed enough roles, lot of roles they have developed for each application, and permutation and combination you can do and create role collections, and these role collections can be assigned to the user, and then user can do their specific jobs.
Okay, those role collections we can do even after subscription, or before subscription we need to do it?
No, okay, so let's take example. Okay, so I have these many sub account.
Okay.
So let's say test sub account. Let me open the test sub account. In this test sub account, if I come to role collections, and if I see, I have just see only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 role collections available. And these all are related to see these sub account related jobs. There is no other role collection. Why? Because I have not subscribed any service in this, any application. See, these all are zero. There is no solution is subscribed. But in other, if I go to my trial sub account, in this trial sub account, if I go and check role collections, if you will see some more role collections apart from these 5, 6 which you saw there, you have some more role collection which is nothing but related to business application studio which you subscribe. But in this sub account, process automation sub account, if I go and check the role collections here, role collections, you will see some platform related roles, which is anyway common to all the sub accounts. But you see now automation developer, automation service I have subscribed. That's why automation related roles are available. So whatever service you subscribe, whatever application you subscribe in that sub account, automatic role collections get added here for that. And then you can create user and assign them role. And if you want them not to able to access this cockpit, just add user, assign them application related roles and give application link. They will directly log in into this application. They don't need to log in into this sub account. They will not able to do any task here then. Here in this cockpit level.
Any application which is created using SAP BTP, would that be like, for example, if Tata Motors is creating the application, will that be shared outside the Tata, or it is based on their restriction?
Okay, so let's say they have developed a website. Okay, and they have developed that website and they have deployed in one sub account. Now they can, what they can do, they can definitely that they can, and that website is running on BTP sub account only, and they will give the link to the all over the world. They can open and see it. But yes, for that, guys, we'll have to learn security things, where identity and access management thing will come, which we'll cover in next session, where you will see how lot of users can access. You'll not have to come and create users one by one, but you'll have a user store, and that user store will be getting created a trust between this sub account. Then the application running in this sub account will use that user store. Anyone available in that user store identity provider will be able to log in into these applications depending upon roles, and that also we can automate. So we don't need to come and create users manually here. We can automate this. We don't need to assign roles here. One by one, we can automate those functionalities also available, which we will cover in tomorrow next session, next Saturday, in security topic. So guys, that was all I wanted to explain here, and I have it, but let me open slide. Okay, so this was more into admin. Okay, basics and administrator job. So what a basis guy does. Okay, what a basis guy. Okay, you basis guy may be managing global account. A person who is handling the admin team, maybe on a higher management, they may manage the global account, they may manage the sub account. What they will do, they can do integration, they can do service assignment, they can subscribe service, they will keep things ready, and they will add users for different other teams, and then they will be able to use that. Designing BTP account model and org hierarchy, this is admin job. Managing service entitlement, this is admin job. Managing integration with on-premise systems, admin job. Subscribing different services and doing initial setup for different project requirement is the admin job. Taking care of application login and audit management. Managing org and spaces for Cloud Foundry environment. Doing initial setup of Kaima and ABAP environment as well as Cloud Foundry environment. Database setup and basic administration. Managing BTP org and services using CLI, guys. Whatever we are doing, we are able to do using UI. We have a CLI also, where we can write scripts and we can do all those jobs using CLI as well. That's why we have a BTP admin course available with us. Whatever responsibilities I have mentioned here, you have very good content, each and everything. Whatever responsibilities like BTP CLI, connectivity, where integrating with on-premise system, important BTP services for administrator, what all services you are going to use to administrate your sub accounts, authorization concepts on BTP, identity and access management, where you may need to set up identity provider like Azure AD or something where you have all the users for authentication authorization purpose, and cloud identity services. Again, so I will tell you guys, on BTP, the line is very thin between administration and security. Administrator should know security, security should know administrator. This is very, very important. If you go and apply for admin job, any company will expect you to know security as well. And if you're a security consultant, want to go join join a company, they want you to understand the admin concept as well.
Ankit, any certificate, SAP provide any certification on this?
Guys, we on BTP, we yet have just 1 or 2 certifications. They don't have certifications yet, just for development, extension. They have certifications, but they don't have certifications for a lot of things. Just 1 or 2 certifications we have. But if I show you here, you have these many things. They should have administration certificate, development certificate. They have development certification, extension certificate. They don't have any certificate for DevOps. They don't have any certification for IAM. They don't have any certificate for identity and access governance. They don't have any certification for these. All of them, there is no certification just for some development. Even they don't have training. They have training just for administration bit, and they have trainings for development, but they don't even have any training for IAM. They don't have any training for these. Okay, very less trainings they have. Certification is far away. So guys, there is one assignment I have for you. Okay, so what I will give you one Google Drive link. Okay, and you please go. There is one assignment I have for you, which is nothing but so I don't know if you guys have trial account. Otherwise, trial account is nothing. So let me explain the assignment, and guys, we have very good this YouTube channel in which a lot of videos you will get: build process automation, integration, shoot, development with RAP, development with CAPM, BTP identity access management, BTP administration, BTP identity access governance, BTP integration, PAPM, SAP Analytics Cloud, Data Sphere. It's all cloud tools, BTP security, data warehouse cloud, and a field glass, and lot many videos you can get. You can go ahead and refer for this. I'll be pinging you the link. We have Instagram channel. You can subscribe. Very good content. Lot of information is given here. And we have website. We have a LinkedIn page where you get a lot of content, and Facebook page. So you can go ahead and subscribe to us, and you can have a lot of free things as well. As I told you, we have 5 more sessions. Stay in touch, and we are going to teach you the same way I did today. So, we are going to learn a lot on BTP. Okay. So, thanks for joining. I will give you one Google link in which you will get, I will upload this PPT there. Also, you will get a PPT there where you can have all the links. You can go ahead and check. Also, I'll be providing you I will be providing you the assignment in same folder. Link has been pasted in the chat. You please check that, and that assignment you can do. One quick thing I want to explain to you: if you want to do that assignment, you should have a trial account. So there is a small process. Go to sap.com. Okay, create your user ID. Go to sap.com, and here you can come and create account here. Okay, create account. You just provide your details. As soon as you provide your details and submit, you will get a email. You have to verify. After the email gets verified, just write in browser BTP trial. Okay, BTP trial, and open this link. As soon as you open this link, it will ask you to log in. And yes, this is the link. This link. Okay, hanaondemand.com. I'll ping this in chat. Go after you create an account, you get verification email. You verified it. Go in this link and just sign in, and your BTP global BTP account will get created. Okay, so I'm giving this link in chat. So go to sap.com, create account, you get email, verify that email, and directly open this link in same browser and log in, sign in. Automatically, it will perform 5 to 7 steps, 5 to 6 steps, and will create one trial account like this. You will get, and there you will automatically, they will create a trial sub account for you. Don't need to do that. They will automatically, because they know you guys are new. So automatically they create a trial account, and then inside that automatically they assign all the services also. So whatever services you may need, you will get everything here. You don't need to explicitly assign, because they know people don't know how to transfer this or global account to sub account. But yes, just to showing purpose, I had deleted some entitlement from here and made it available in global account, and then assigned different sub account and tried showing you how we can do that. Otherwise, by default, they will assign all the entitlement in this trial account. If you go to service marketplace, any service you want to subscribe, you can subscribe there. Okay, it will not be tough for you. Okay, so any query, any question, what you have, definitely. And yes, we have a 8-month of master course on BTP, where we'll have 8 month of program, and we'll teach end to end all the tools complete. If you want to do master in BTP, you can join that program. It is 8 month of program, will cover all the courses in that, and you can become a master in BTP. And guys, I have very good trainers. A lot of trainers. Go and check our demo videos. Here there is one link. which already have been given to you, but I'm giving you. You can see the quality and you can go ahead and check. Okay. I will also show you our Google reviews. If I just open it, and see, you will not find, you can search these people. You will get these all people are LinkedIn. These all 5 stars. You go and read the review. Okay. Search these people, you will get on, on LinkedIn. Okay. Or I can quickly show you. See, these are the people you can, if you can open their LinkedIn profile, I can share you this. You can check. These are real people have given the reviews, and they are lot of. So that is a level of content, and we have very good, learning management system. It's not, will not go and give you, somewhere where you, go ahead and do learn things from, once again, you don't need to go and learn things from Google Drive, but we have very good learning platform. And in this learning platform, let's see if I just open any course, if I just open, 1 second, I can open 20th August, where it is. Yes, if I open, so that's how we offer you training. So you will get the recording each day. You will get a PPT. Okay, you'll get a recording. See, this is a recording we'll upload for you, and then you will get a PPT for that day, which you can download. This is very nice PPT designed for all the courses. Very well designed. Okay, we'll give you assignments as well. See, we have so we completed 2 to 3 session for BTP, and we give people assignment. See, these are 3, 4, 4 assignments. Okay, again, you'll get assignments. You will have a mock test conducted. A lot of mock test, and yes, I have one mock test also, guys, for you. And as per you learned, so please try this mock test I have for today's session. Go ahead and try this mock test. Okay, this is a test which will have around 10 questions, and definitely you'll able to answer them all if you were really sincere during the session I was conducting today's session. So this is, I have given you link. Please go ahead and submit your responses. You will also automatically get result. So these things, I really gave you real feeling of the training what I conduct. Okay, and that's how you get your all recordings and everything. Okay. For everything, every single day you will get recording corresponding PPT. If there are 2 topics covered, 2 PPTs for, and then recording for that day. And we have very good platform Vimeo, which is widely, it is a streaming platform which we use. You will not find the streaming issue ever. Okay, see, I click directly, it opened. And again, you can change quality here. You can come and you can change quality. It will run in full HD. Okay, so it is all very well designed courses. I have all the documentation you will get with proper assignments, mock test, a PPT, recordings in portal, and it's very well managed in structure. And that's why you see the people have given that level of reviews, because they get more than what they expect from us. Okay, so any more questions anyone having, guys? Let me know. Otherwise, we are good to close.
Yeah, Ankit, can you go through the assignment and can you explain what is the assignment for the day?
Okay, sure. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so this is assignment available there. Okay, create a sub account within your global account or directory, or use all as existing sub account. Identify any service which is part of your global account but not in sub account. So I also did, right? I went and checked. I was not having build process automation my sub account. I went into sub account. I checked in entitlement. I saw it is not there. Then add assign entitlement of identify service in last step in this particular sub account, which maybe you are using at the first step. Then subscribe the service you added in the sub account and check if you're able to see the services subscribed. So this is the assignment for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi Ankit, this is Bharat. So can we add the existing user in a sub account?
Existing user means, so you're telling you have an identity provider, maybe in Azure AD you have a lot of users, and now you want to give
them. See, actually I have one BTP account. Okay.
So one trail account. So can we add in sub account we have under user?
Yes, you can do, but yes, if you're adding someone as a user in your trial account, then their account should be available on HANA on SAP.com. First step, everyone should have account on SAP.com. Then if you're adding, then only you will add. And okay, so let me show you. So where we were, okay, this is a trial account. Let's say I'm in sub account and I want my friend to be able to get access to this sub account. So what I will do, I will ask, hey, do one thing, go and create on account on SAP.com. Okay, and verify, create your trial account also. Okay, come and add his email ID here, the same email ID which maybe abcd@gmail.com. Okay, and I will click on create. And now what are the things you want him to able to do? You go and assign roles accordingly. Okay, you go ahead and assign roles accordingly. You assign role and then give him this link. If I go to overview, wait, let me get the link. This is the link sub account. Click, open this link and give it to him, and then he will be able to log in your sub account. And as per roles, what he'll have, he will be able to view these tiles.
So can he access my BTP cockpit?
Yes, then he can access your BTP cockpit, your trial account cockpit he can access. But you have to add him as user and assign him role and give this link. He'll access. And yes, if you want, he should not access your BTP cockpit, but he should just access the application what you have subscribed here. Then add him as a user, assign him only the roles which is related to the application, and copy the link to the application. So this is once again, this is application. I'll copy this link and I will give this link to him. If I open incognito window, and I will add him as a user and I will assign him roles only for this application. I will not assign him roles for our cockpit. And I will give this link. As soon as I will give this link, as he already have account on SAP.com, he will get authenticated by SAP database. Okay, so you can copy this link and give him. If you have user account created, then he will be able to log in into this application or log into cockpit. If you have a users, then if you want to log in cockpit, you give this link. If you want him to log in this application, he give this link. Okay.
Because if he is logging, BTP will redirect him to his own account instead of our account.
No, there is option you have here. You have option to select global account, right? If he is having his own trial account and you also added him in he has his own trial account. Let's say this one, and you added in your trial account. Then he have option to select global account, or here he will get sub account, or link directly will take him. It's not possible if you have account, you have give me your email ID. I will give you access and I will show you here. You can access my trial account. Okay, give me your email ID, please.
So I have not created, I will create.
Yes, it will happen.
But
okay, any more
section,
queries, guys?
I will create this.
Really nice, good engagement. Do you have any feedback which you want to give it to me, or it all went well, you were able to understand? Now you should have. But guys, don't forget to join next week. Also share the link to your colleagues who might be interested. Okay, for this, the lot of knowledge, and we'll be keep doing these activities. You can get a lot of knowledge from this. Okay, and next month again we'll have some workshop. You can join. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Bye bye.